You're all gonna be mad at me.
God damn it, Chad.
Yeah, basically you can just spew nonsense into the microphone for the next 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And Dave will cut it down into good bits.
Yeah,
The power of editing.
Okay, so this was my prep for like going into this, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
Feel me, right?
Hold up.
I listened to.
Yeah, keep going. Go rough.
I listened to about like.
Dave's like, hold on. Go ahead.
You
Hold on.
like 20 minutes of y'all's like latest one, right? And then like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours today, I listened to like old Opie and Anthony like radio shit.
That's about right.
With
Yep.
Patrice O'Neal on it, because you know the black factor's got to be there. So I was
Exactly.
like, well, how am I going to relate to these white dudes?
This is the one thing we've been lacking.
And you called the right.
Exactly. I knew exactly how to go for it, man.
Yeah.
Now, Quell, before we do start, I want you to check out this thing. AJ, pull that bottom down. This isn't just an American flag.
Pull his bottom?
No. I swear to God.
Pull it out.
Pants on?
We're recording.
Put it on the
video.
table.
So this thing isn't
Come on,
just.
man, I'm white and short. I can't put it on the table.
He's
I'm
gonna
Irish, dude. I'm going to need to do it twice.
He's gonna need a step ladder.
Need 4 inches? I got you 1.5 times.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So there is a company out in Wisconsin called the Metal Art of Wisconsin Company that actually made this for us a few months ahead of schedule because we were doing a podcast and announcing it.
Wait, we do a podcast?
Yeah, I know, right?
Son.
So pull that glass out, and that glass, if Quell wants it, he can use that for tonight because he did bring Guinness, and that's an official Guinness glass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All
yeah.
right, now
See what I was
feel
saying?
honored.
You were awesome enough to bring bottles.
Yeah.
But also, you were. I have the cans that you actually pour it in, and it actually fills it perfectly.
Yo, family.
No, we usually do like the little show tune intro, but because Evan is not here today, I figured that we sort of open it up with a little bit something different.
Dave's coming out party. No.
I heard it.
This right here, guys, this is a special occasion. We're opening with this song, Machine by Social Void, because the guitarist for Social Void is with us today. My buddy Quell is here. The straight G out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Yup.
What's up, man? It's good to have you, my brother.
He's
Good
the
to
one
be
with
here.
bass in his voice.
Yeah.
I do. Yo. Because I was going to do backup vocals on this, and Chip was like, you got to get out the studio, like, right now. You sound evil and stuff. You're trying to sound like happy or whatever.
But dude, this is a pretty kick-ass thing. Like, as our like first actual in-studio guest, we not only get to have like a Charleston local, but also a guy who is part of a local band and is a huge, music lover. It's been a pretty awesome opportunity to have someone like you in here. And since we know each other personally, it's even better. It's like even like the cream of the crop right here.
No, I'm telling you, it's a super honor to be a part of this because number one is homegrown, and as much as my city make us all look bad in regards to Corona, we still got a lot of love for what comes out of this place. So having to do this record with everybody in Charleston, being able to give back to Charleston through different outlets, I'm just happy that this is one of them.
I'm about to say, because you guys had just put out your sophomore album, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Back in February 22nd.
February 22nd?
Something like
Nice.
that.
Resurrection Choir.
You got it.
Nice. So which church is that church that you guys have on the album cover? Is it the Greek Orthodox one right there? It's always under construction?
I'm not exactly sure. I want to say it's a church out in James Island.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure, but the artwork was actually done by a friend of all of ours. Her name is Hannah Elliott. She's already moved, but amazing artist. She did the artwork for our first album as well, Propeller. And hopefully we can get her again to do the third one,
That'd be
which
cool.
we're already working on.
Nice.
So
That's a bit of an announcement right there, dude.
just a little bit,
Nice.
and then I ain't gonna say nothing else.
There you go. So what for as an artist and as a guitar player, like what bands and like what artists really want to make to get you like into music? Not just like playing guitar, but also just like writing songs.
Okay,
Not just your
what
idol, your
bands-
inspiration.
Okay. No, I got that. So,
All right.
There's a difference between idol inspiration.
oh no, you about to find out. Let's rap real quick. So
All
check
right.
it out. I got a guitar. Moms couldn't afford lessons.
Right.
But as a gamer, I grew up, of course, listening to video game themes. So one of the things I had on my side was remembering every square wave on the original Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
So I would go, okay, I found this note. Okay, this one's next. So I go this one, this one, this one. And I would literally piece together every lead from Sonic the Hedgehog until I had the entire lead down.
That's crazy.
And then I would do the same for the rhythm that was behind it. And from there, it was just, I would just piece together stuff by ear from video games until I had to, develop a fundamental somewhere.
Right.
So all the way from stuff from Yuzo Koshiro, who did Streets of Rage back in the
Right.
G, Sonic the Hedgehog, that was done by Masato something, to, DJ Qbert of Invisible Scratch Pickles. Just a lot of his creative stuff that he would do and sampling and stuff like that. That would inspire me to write as well.
So you were able to replicate by ear music, which got you got you into music at a young age?
Yes.
That's crazy because growing up, I played the trombone in fourth grade band. There's 7 positions in trombone. 7 positions.
Yeah.
I couldn't master that. And you're like, hey, I could play that note. I'm sitting there like, that's a 4.
I mean, well, let's think, because Sonic's not even like, it's more electronic 16-bit music, and to be able to just be able to find that kind of note, learning pitch by ear at that kind of young age really is an interesting thing. Because when I started playing, I went straight to tabs. Mm-hmm. Like my brother had tried it he played guitar for like 6 months. He actually had lessons, didn't like it. And at the time, I was playing alto saxophone. I enjoyed that. Enjoyed piano a little bit, but I wanted a more hands-on string instrument that I could carry and not have to go to someone's house to have. So I'd started guitar, and I just started straight from tabs. But learning by ear has got to be a bit of a challenge. It really is, especially learning from that side of the story, from that side of the coin on that kind of music.
The challenge for me didn't present itself because the fun of just learning guitar in some way, first, of course, being by ear, the challenge really didn't present itself until way later when I was handed some music and said, hey, play this. And It was like sheet music. And I'm like, what you want me to, this is Egyptian. What is this? So it's really a lot of just traditional stuff and me getting into now neoclassical sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Now I gotta reach back and sort of just apply some foundational stuff to what I've been learning before.
Right. I mean, but it's a little bit different from what you guys are creating right now with Social Void. It's a really what kind of genre, what kind of sound would you guys want to describe yourselves as if you had an opportunity to summarize your sound?
Easy. So think Radiohead meets Live meets, who did Neon Ballroom? Silverchair.
Silverchair. Okay, I can see that.
So a lot of 90s, just instrumental and just atmospheric stuff going on.
Because I was listening to a little bit of your stuff especially on the new album. My favorite ones have definitely been Bad Digital Dream, because it has that acoustic intro that I always liked, and then Stadium. And the Stadium sound, the track kind of reminded me a bit of Goo Goo Dolls, a bit of Fight for Fighting as well. And I like that. It was that real, really, really lyric focused, but it still has that really nice melodic kind of thing where you can ease back but still at the same time listen and get a grip on what's being tried, being the story being told or the message being told.
That's really interesting because we're really kind of gauging our audience, not to judge them, but just to see what everybody sort of likes, right? So if somebody goes, hey, I like this one, we first like to ask why you like it. What's pulling you about it? So to hear you pull all of that from just those few, that means a lot, because we're really aiming to push for people to not just listen to the music, but really eat off of it, digest it. So, yeah, that means a lot.
Nice. So when you guys are writing, how do you guys usually go about that? When you're sitting down and it's hey, we want to write a song. how does that start? Like, is there like a specific guy in your band that's like, hey, I've got some lyrics written down, or like you come in, it's like, hey, I've got this riff I've been working on.
Do you guys even plan it, or does it just come along naturally?
I like the way he phrased that. So check it. So off rip, Chip Cooley does all the lyrics for the songs.
Is he one of the brothers that originally started the band? So because it was him and his brother originally started the band.
Yes.
And then found you and the drummer, or the...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the drummer, then the keyboardist, and me and the keyboardist kind of fell in like maybe 1 week apart or something.
Okay,
like that.
nice.
Yeah, just dropped in.
See, I did a little bit of digging, didn't I?
Bro, you did good. But yeah, Chip does the lyrics. Now, as far as how we write them, feel me on this. The songs and the material and the message really writes itself through things that we've experienced and gone through. So like if you listen close in a lot of Resurrection Choir stuff, you'll hear things about like Chip's brother potentially like leaving music for a while, and just the
rehab. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
is it a sex thing?
No, he had a no. I did my research too. Y'all play games. Chip's brother.
Depending on what kind of game.
No, check it. Chip's brother had a son. His name's Corbin, and when he had his son, Chip was writing the lyrics.
Right.
And Chip was like, man, he probably not gonna write music no more and stuff like that. Turns out Brent's still writing music, and then Brent's son, when he was 5, beat Legend of Zelda, the original one.
At 5.
Wow.
5 years old.
When me and Chad met, all Chad used to do was play Legend of Zelda, and he was like 7.
Dude, like
we could barely beat
the
it.
kid is a prodigy. Yeah,
I'm just jealous. That's crazy.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the material tends to write itself. Like me and Chip had this interaction when we played out in DC in March, like early March, whenever.
You've been that far out.
Yeah, well, we went to DC.
Nice.
We was like walking through like one of the gardens up there after we played at the Duke Ellington School of Arts. Shouts out to Duke Ellington.
Nice.
And,
Dave Chappelle went there.
yes, he did.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
And so I was like, hey, yo, Chip, man, like everything that them kids was like coming up and saying to us, and how like we were an impact on their lives, and how they were just able to say things and just speak from their heart, things that they weren't able to tackle before. What's up with that third album? Like this is dope, right? Like, you gonna write something about this? I'm let's go. So it's just stuff like that, just things that just happen to us and we go through and we see that ends up, we write about it.
Well, I mean, it's a really interesting turning point when artists, especially musicians, you can see like in the world of like comedy or the world of like acting and stuff, it's happened too, but especially with music, people can actually, like when they start to see their fans actually get that kind of appreciation from it and get that kind of feeling from it, it's like, hey, this is actually impacting me in a certain way that's benefited my life, right? Mm-hmm. When you start going to live shows and people have that kind of reaction, it's a huge point. And so that can really affect like how you really focus on like what you want to serve the fans, how you want to write music, and what kind of message you want to push. Because now you've got that kind of influence.
Yeah, no,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely makes me think and feel a lot better as a listener now. Like if I go to somebody's show, I make sure to like support them and vocally tell them, yo,
buy that T-shirt.
yeah, bro, dude. I'm buying merch, son. Yeah.
It's hard, like especially with like new bands now, with like, because there's the staples already that are like going out, they're touring. The most of the bands now, it used to be back like 30, 40 years ago, it was the records sold, the records made the money, and you went on tour to promote the record. Now it's pretty much like you make a lot of your money now off of touring, and so you make the record to promote the tour.
Yeah. So it seems like it's not about the music; it's about the performance at the tour.
It's still about the music, but the way that the money has changed hands now, from especially with like things like Apple Music, Spotify, and stuff. No one's buying like the physical copies anymore, right? It's all streaming, and artists get only a fraction of that now.
Yep.
Compared to that, so like the large amount of money now, like big, like especially like rock bands and even rap artists now are still they're making a large amount of their portions off of merch and off of touring.
Yep.
Which is why now you're seeing bands, instead of doing a tour every 2 years, they're doing 2, maybe 3 tours a year.
Yep.
It's insane.
It's different, and that really, not that specific point, but we did have to address. We had to have basically a round table, like, yo, what are we getting from this? Like, what are we in this for? And we came to a point of saying, hey, we doing this for. I'm not gonna go into detail of what a lot of the kids like talked about up in DC, but my first thought and what I had to say to Chip was, yo, those were just like 5-6 kids that were able to like finally express something. 5-6 kids from one school in one like city in one state,
Right.
that our music was able to bring something out of. We gotta go any and everywhere to get as much of those kids or just anyone's influences out of them, so that's not holding them back from doing something beautiful that they should be doing later on.
Right.
So that's what we in it for, not the everything else.
Yeah, but at the same time, being able to do that, you're able to put yourself out there in so many different markets and so many different areas, and it really just spreads that out. It's like, because you've got 2 basic ways now for a young band to really get their name out. You've got like social media, and then you've got guerrilla marketing, right? So where you have the merch, you got the stickers, you go do live shows, small venues, wherever you can.
Street team.
Yeah. So like, what is y'all's main platform for like getting your name out there? Is it Facebook? Is it social media? Is it SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes? What are you looking at?
We like
Premium snaps.
like OnlyFans.
There you go. Now he gets it.
Patreon.
No, we like
Feet pics. No cap.
Man, my feet's ugly, son. My feet's
Ugly
beat
feet
up.
pics. No cap. Ash included out.
We like Facebook. We like Spotify. We love Spotify right now. Spotify is beautiful. Instagram's popping off. Those main 3.
Nice.
Those ones.
What do people expect to see? Like when they go into your Instagram, what are they going to see? Is it like pictures of like you guys in the studio, just jamming out, a little bit of audio bits that tease and share?
So they'll definitely see like the practice space stuff and just us goofing around there.
Primo B-roll.
Dude, my Chip, this whole
Snapchats,
quarantine
no one needs
thing
to see.
happened. This man was like, yo, how am I going to like pass my time? He started making memes, so you'll probably see like him
That
making
worked.
memes of
See on
us.
TikTok.
No, dude, he threw my face, like superimposed my face onto the Lil Wayne playing guitar. Like,
Oh, we have one of Chad as a pigeon.
oh, yo, I need to see that. Like, right
That was
yeah,
that was the
wow.
thumbnah that I made.
Look,
That was the thumbnail. Remember the last
I can
episode?
show you. It's actually my contact picture.
That is gorgeous,
Yes.
dude.
My one
it's my
art form
background.
besides
So
learning how to
that's
audio.
Chad as a.
Yeah, Dave's been going crazy with Photoshop.
Yeah, I've decided like I've had to learn how to do so much shit for this podcast, like how to audio edit, how to sync up audio and video, which I'm finally actually doing. But then I've also gotten Photoshop, courtesy of Chris. Thanks for giving me that. I've now basically make thumbnails and stuff for not only all of our episodes, but all of our little teaser videos that I do. So I drop like 2 teasers for each podcast. So like if the podcast airs Monday, on Friday or Saturday, I'll drop a trailer, like a 30-second trailer of something like a quick bite. That'll have a thumbnail. Then I'll do one on Sunday, and then I'll drop the full episode with the thumbnail on Monday.
Yeah.
And then market that out, and then just push that, and then it repeats itself every fucking day.
No, I dig it. I dig it. That's incredible. Yeah.
And if Amandy's listening, that's all those Instagram charges for blah, blah, blah premium. He's buying the expensive ones. It's the good quality ones, Amandy. It's not anything about premium.
anything that our Instagram ever had, we don't do much on Instagram. Anything that's on there is usually just the little trailer bits or just pictures of us playing spades or some sort of like card or board game or something that we're over.
That
at
was
their
our
place.
ethnicity before we met you, was spades.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Y'all just changed it in the low settings.
Yeah.
Nah, man, like this whole quarantine shit, like Instagram, I've been watching so many skate videos. Like because I just got an Instagram in like March once we did the whole DC thing. I was like, yo, where are they gonna message everybody? They was like, yo, this Instagram is like fire. I can't keep catching up. Quell, you should make an Instagram. And for 2 weeks, I was, nope, son, nah, B. And then I made one. I was like, I can watch skate videos just all day.
Dude, you know the that program Masterclass?
Yes.
Dude, Tony Hawk just came out with a masterclass on skateboarding.
I saw his promo stuff.
That's badass, dude, too. Because he gets into like the technical stuff of just like, hey, we're going to go to the straight basics. Mm-hmm. These 2 instructors are going to show you these things, and then I'm going to show you how to make a trick, which is really cool. He goes into the whole technical thing. It's like, hey, this is how I learned how to do the McTwist. This is how like I go from like the jerking the head to really being able to like, hey, you don't see what you're doing for like 80%
how
of
your
it.
upper body aids your lower body and actually doing a trick.
Wow. Yeah. But I did skating for a little while, but I was vert, and there's nowhere in Charleston to do vert except for like there was a skate place near James Island, I think. Back like in the early 2000s. There was one. It was like a skate shop, and then across the street from it they had like 2 vert ramps, 1 bar or 1 rail, and then a park bench to go off of.
I don't know that one.
That was it.
I know under the bridge.
That's new. Yeah.
The Barringville Bowl. That one. I'm not sure what that one is now. I used to know.
There was a all wood one on right off Phosphate.
What's up with that one right next to the highway? Is that the one under the bridge?
Yeah, that's the new one. That Parks Department came out with that 2 years ago, and it's awesome.
It's like impossible to get to.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a bridge behind it that's fake. It's like, where does that bridge go? Nowhere.
You just have to get through the forest of homeless people, and there you go.
I think, that's what it's
bridge
called.
to nowhere.
It's called the bridge to nowhere.
Bridge nowhere. It's like right there in the middle of the city.
Yeah, no.
And it's got like street lights and shit. Looks like some 28 Days Later shit.
Man, don't say that shit during COVID, man.
No zombies. Worst pandemic ever.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god. So where have you guys?
It's all a fake. It's fake news.
Jesus, we're not pushing that.
We're kidding.
Hold on a second. There, now it's okay.
It's flat Earth thing.
So where have you guys? So you guys have played in DC. Like, where in Charleston have you guys played?
Park Circle, at the Mill.
Okay, I've been there before.
We played not the Cistern Garden of CFC, but another garden at CFC. I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
And
I was gonna say a cistern one. Isn't that the really fancy one?
That's the really fancy
Nice.
one. God, what's it called? Joe Riley Stadium.
Okay.
They did a thing
That's
there.
what's up.
They were really fun. Those people are nice.
Oh yeah,
They
it's a
were
family-friendly
so nice.
ballpark.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
It was awesome. Side note,
Yeah.
like I'm not really like a baseball dude, right?
Right.
So after the thing, I was like, yo, son, kick back and watch some baseball. But did y'all know that baseball is like one of the most traumatizing shits for a black dude? That's like,
What? All right, tune in, folks.
no, I'm just saying, like, because
What we
I'm
got?
just sitting there, I'm chatting it up, having a good conversation, and then they got like the like aluminum or metal like rafter things above you.
Yeah.
So then when dude decided, oh, I'm gonna scare the shit out of Quell. Hit this foul ball like smooth over his head. Ooh, that conversation looked good too. Let me. Yeah, man. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I just bought the shoes, so the dog he ain't had to I'm sitting here passing out and waking up, and then passing out again, all within 8 seconds. That shit is scary, y'all.
Dude, hitting behind home plate's another good one too, because if he dings it right off the top of the bat, it'll swing. Look like it's coming right for you until it hits the net that's just about 6 inches in front of your face.
No, man, that's no.
I don't like that shit. That's like hockey. My dad used to take me to hockey games. I was like 5 years old, sitting right in front of the glass, and someone's face comes 100 miles an hour with a 200-pound guy shoving it into it. I'm like, what is this? He's like, this is America, son.
The only sport where they encourage, they have like an actual rule,
Random
like an
fist
unspoken
fight.
rule. They have unspoken rules on like how the fighting actually works in hockey.
No, it's actually on the rule books. You're not allowed to, as soon as someone goes down, they call the fight. That's why the refs jump in. It's an actual rule. The refs cannot break up the fight once they're engaged until someone goes down under any circumstance.
Right.
They can just sit there and wail on each other all day, and the ref's like, Don't worry, it's part of the game. Run the clock.
How many sports would be improved if they involved
baseball.
physical?
Let's go right
Golf.
That'd be great. if
Golf.
there's-
Golf would be
Son,
great.
golf, because they already got like
Right?
short swords. That's
Tiger.
then you're gonna have-
Also, Tiger Woods' biceps are about the size of like a tire.
you want to get more black people in golf? Bam, you just solved it.
Just add violence.
Straight clubbing people. You got mini clubs. People are playing putt-putt.
I'm saying. Scottish
And make
people.
it a race, too. Golf should be a fucking race.
I would love to see how the senior.
Timed.
First one
I
to
want it
finish.
timed.
I want to see how the senior league develops after that. Just have
Oh my goodness, yes, they get their own league. Just why, yeah,
the
yada.
senior citizens can use the golf carts.
They forget what they're doing halfway through.
Vehicular.
I'm just out here feeding the bird. Are you my grandson? Honey?
Roy McIlroy just going into a fucking Scottish rage.
I got chess. Put some violence in chess real quick.
It should be like that.
It's already violent
No,
enough.
it should be like, that time chess, how they hit the timer thing. They should have to slap each other. Mix those slap boxing contests in chess. Boom, slap them right together. They're like
watching
peas
that.
and potatoes.
Or add an electrical signal to the
That is
buzzer.
pretty good.
Every time that they hit the buzzer, it gives the other guy an electric shock.
I'm saying instead of the buzzer, is slap a dude. So
Oh,
then he
okay.
has to take his turn after just getting the snot slapped out of him. He's like, I had 10 moves, now I have 10 brain cells.
Have you seen?
What the fuck is happening? Budweiser, why do I know that word?
Have you seen like those slap competitions in Russia where the guys just
Yeah, that's
stand
what
in
I'm
front of
talking
each other?
about.
It's just
Combine that
ridiculous.
with chess.
Why they all like just built like the Minecraft dude? You know what I'm saying?
Like
Box,
Popeye.
yeah.
all up
Pretty
top
big.
looking.
You don't need legs to slap box.
Dave, I keep telling you, all right, we should just keep this up here. Dave and leg day. I give Dave shit about leg day every podcast.
Does he not?
No, look at him. All he's got is like 18 pounds of protein in his arm. Watch him try and bend over and his knees are shaking. He's like, I'm like, do you do leg day today? I'm like, what was leg day? He's like, yeah, I grabbed the water and then I did bench for 4 hours.
No, I did leg day Monday. Squats and deadlifts.
He's lying.
Nah,
He's lying.
not
He's
bullshit.
definitely lying.
Was that
Look
like
at him,
your
he's
first
smiling.
leg?
It's
Look how much
gone
he's
Monday
lying.
and Friday. Monday and Friday this week are legs.
Are you not a gym person?
No, I am.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I don't like gym people like that.
Yeah,
Right,
I know
I
that.
also don't like them.
I have been very lucky with the Planet Fitness over at Citadel Mall.
Yeah.
No, I've only had one bad experience. Only one bad experience with somebody.
Talk about it.
I cut it out on one of the episodes, but I basically threatened to beat a guy up in front of his kid.
Well, see, you're not a gym person.
Nah. Well, I had my
not a
stuff.
gym person.
I was like walking. I was walking to the bench, and I had my stuff down, and the guy basically pushed it over and said that he was going to use it.
Dave's like, his kid was in my way, so I shoved him down.
So wait. So
And-
did you just level 2, just like saw your stuff get pushed down, and then you like, all right, now I'm have to humiliate him.
Nah.
His kid ain't gonna respect him no more.
No. It was. I just
How
walked.
many plates you got on there, bitch?
No, I walked over. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "No, we're using this." I'm like, "Dude, my stuff's like good etiquette. I mean, come on. I got 3 sets." And he's like, "Nah, this is how it's gonna be today." And I'm like, "No, this is how it's gonna be. If you keep this shit up, I'm gonna embarrass you in front of your son."
Ooh.
And he picked his shit up and left. So I was like, "Okay," because there's no worse threat for a dad than to just have your ass beat in front of your kid.
And you
Or to be
didn't-
embarrassed like that. It's there's nothing worse because it's
Imagine
defeating.
if you saw your dad get smacked, got the shit knocked out of him at a gym. I'd
No,
be like,
at a
instead of
Planet
dad, he's
Fitness.
Kevin. Yo, Kevin, give me a sandwich. I'm your father. No, you ain't, Kevin. Give me a sandwich.
Y'all didn't even peep it. Like Dave get real psychological on you. See, what he said was, I'm gonna humiliate you in front of your son. He didn't say beat ass, none of that. So Dave could have had superpowers.
Exactly.
He don't, and this dude was just like,
His
shit,
dad
I don't
just
know what he's
starts
about.
Pissing himself. I can't control it.
Exactly.
Weird superpower, but flex it, I guess, man.
Yeah, you're not a gym person.
I'm usually really cool about that's the only bad experience I've had. Other than that, everyone there is super chill, and there's a smoothie place. It's like a locally owned. It's like it's an Israeli family that owns it, And
That's
they
the
do
one right
smoothies
outside of it, right?
Yeah, really cool. The lady Tal.
That's his excuse from getting a smoothie from the super hot girl at the smoothie bar. He's like,
Wouldn't
no,
you?
they're
Dude,
a nice family.
no.
They're just trying to
her,
make it.
Her husband is roided the fuck out. I would be terrified to even like look at her the wrong
See,
way.
he would humiliate them.
He would bend me over and snap me in half with it. He would just curl me and just snap me in half. It's ridiculous how big this dude is. It's like I think it's all he does. Is he just goes to the gym and he'll wear like a sweatsuit that's already looks like it's a small. And then he'll take that off and it's just
Snorting protein lines.
Yeah. No, he's not snorting protein. But then it just like I didn't know you had veins on that part of your body. That's just fucking ridiculous. But no, they're really cool people, and they hire people that are from Israel. So like there's a whole community of people in Charleston that are from Israel, and they all come here with like their families or they get married.
He's outing an entire Mossad unit right now.
And so they work there, and so like one guy worked there, then his brother's girlfriend will work there, and so
Dave's like, I have pictures of all of them.
You got to get them on the podcast and, talk about smoothies.
yeah, I've been thinking about getting Tal on here just to talk about being a small business owner, but yeah, I gotta get it eventually. She doesn't have the kind of humor that we have. And I don't think we have definitely not had a woman on this podcast yet, which we could, and we could be perfect gentlemen.
Chad's almost fully transitioned, so in a few months.
I thought it was Evan that.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's where Evan is. We're talking about Evan's vacation.
Yes, he's actually in Germany.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah, Germany.
Oh, I was just about to ask what he was doing in Germany. Then
He went from one state in the south to a state in the north, and if the north finds out that he came from a certain state, let's say South Carolina, for example,
Just for hypothetical.
For example, let's say he went to, let's say, New York, where he was from.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
Definitely,
of course. Yeah, asking for a friend. And
King Cuomo will have none of this.
he has to report in within 14 days of getting there as being a South Carolina resident. Otherwise, he can be in jail for 30 days without bond because it's a quarantine thing, saying that you might be sick because you're from South Carolina. And it's an actual thing. And so I called Evan. I was like, hey, are you going to do this? He's like, no, man, that's why I need you to mail me my New York license. I guess that's a good way around it. Man, I never left. I'm loyal. I'm a loyalist.
He and Mike went on the pontoon boat a few days ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
Gay thing?
That's what we were on. He was on Skype showing us.
Is that
with him and Mike.
a gay? I can say that. I work at a gay bar.
I
He does.
It's cool.
Is it lit?
I work at one.
To get a free drink, I'll go.
Yeah. So what is next? So what is next for you guys? Like you guys are in the middle of writing, and so can you give us a tease of like when you think it would be 2021, late 2020? Because you guys have it's only been like 5 months since you guys have had it, but like because I guess from COVID you can't really tour, you can't really do anything except promote it. But you've got at least an opportunity to at least be creative still.
Yeah. I mean, the COVID thing was like a blessing and a curse sort of situation. Like, because one thing we don't want to do is just have another album in the chamber ready to go. Because, I mean, what substance does that album have? So we started writing, we messed around with some writing, and me as someone that wants to write, I'm like, shit, man, when we're writing.
Yeah.
But they all bring me back down to earth and go, yo, let's play some games. Let's go eat somewhere new. Let's live life and experience stuff so that we got something to write about.
Right. I mean, that's a good way to do it.
But of course we got some surprise announcements in the works. I haven't gotten clearance to divulge them yet, but
I won't push you on it then.
yeah, no, just keep watch on the social things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, ask us questions and somebody might leak.
All right.
Somebody
and if it does, we'll put it. We'll
Happens
promote
naturally.
It. We'll help you guys out.
That'd be wise. Thank you.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
So, what was it? Machines was the single that you guys went off of that.
Yep.
And let's see, what is your favorite track off there? If it wasn't Machines, what would you think your favorite track would be?
Drop the name of your band again, too.
Social Void.
Sneak it in there as many times.
Yes.
Enter a band name here. Why do I have this written on my hand?
Band name Social Void. Quell's favorite song is Orbital.
Orbital? Okay, nice.
Quick question: who's Quell? No,
One of the black dudes.
Dude, he melds in pretty quick. He gets it. He's like,
no, I
he's like,
appreciate it.
I know how these psychotic white people operate.
whatever you say, we can just edit it out. You can literally say anything.
They go the first half.
What do you think about Israel?
Israel tight, you know what I mean? I like their smoothies.
He's checking his credit card.
like
That's what you guys can't see.
Oh,
He's
son,
like, what's my credit score right now? Nah, I can't afford it. Yo, Israel's tight.
Oh, man.
That's another country eliminated.
Yeah.
It's like those hot girls who were hot in high school. What they sell on Facebook, that's what the U.S. is. Once you get in, you're not getting out. I need 13 more sponsors, guys. Just sign it. I need your email.
I promise I won't spam you 7 times a day for this ugly ass necklace that I'm trying to pawn off.
And listen, if you guys get 31 sponsors of your own, we all get paid.
Dude, I loved all of that. That made so much sense.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Bud Light.
AJ, what's the oldest brewery in the United States?
Heineken? No, Yingling.
Yep.
Yingling.
I just realized Ice House is almost second in line. They were like at 1870.
And PBR is not far behind that.
Like these random, like super watered down beers are the oldest breweries.
Super watered down beer. PBR is not super watered down. PBR is
It
good.
just is water.
It's 5%. That's the number one. You know the number one selling spot of PBR in the entire United States.
Squad, shout them out. Do it, AJ.
Rec Room
There you go.
in South Carolina,
I can see that.
Charleston,
I
South
can see
Carolina,
that.
Upper
Hey,
King Street.
I can see that.
Shouts out to Jeff,
472.
the DJ. That's the homie.
Colin.
Speaking of DJ, how is Greg doing?
Greg's doing good. Have you talked to him since he got his new house?
I wished, like, I messaged him and said congrats, and I was going to tell him, I was like, hey, I want to try to make it out to the opening party.
Yep, me
but
too.
I wasn't, but I had, because I had work the next day, so
I had
was
to
like,
do. I forgot what I had to do, but I couldn't make it, man. No, his new place is beautiful. He's doing real good. I think he works at like Boeing or something too.
Yeah. That's a great spot to work if you get that. My brother works at Boeing right now.
No shit.
Yeah, but he works for the national security side. Oh shit. Yeah, so like Boeing does like their airplane, like aeronautic stuff, but they also do like national security stuff, and so he's one of the guys who oversees projects there. Yeah, he's working remotely now.
Sounds like Dave's like hinting at outing another spy. Like,
You see what I'm saying?
Dude,
you see the
my
whole
brother- no.
inching
quiet.
closer.
Dude, my brother was like, when he first started working, before he worked for Boeing, he worked for Garda, and within that they do like the armored trucking stuff, and within a few months he was working at like one of the biggest branches in the country, which was Atlanta. It's like the third biggest, and in a few months of being there, he conducted a huge bust where a bunch of employees were stealing money. Like guards were like Garda employees were like
so he's a snitch.
planting there. Well, he was in charge of security, so like he found a trail of money that was missing, and it was a series of guards who were putting extra money into the ATMs, and then when the other guy would come to pick up the money in the ATM, he would pocket the extra money, and so they had siphoned like a couple $100,000, and he found that. It was like, nope, they got him right then and there.
I feel like your brother should have got his cut. Like, I don't, like,
Dude,
what's going on?
You're partnered in immediately there.
Yeah.
Nah,
you got the evidence.
That's not his. That's
Set
not
up one
his
of those.
deal.
It will
Take
go
it.
to that. It will get emailed at 5 a.m.
He's
if I
actually going to
don't
get the
enter in
largest
code
cut at that
midnight.
point.
Yeah, all of it.
Like he's a 25%.
Oh man, that's
Nah.
too risky to
His-
know all that and
he's-
then just want to cut.
he's
Man,
not-
they
Either
could
be a
just-
snitch.
Then
That's
you
not
don't
his-
even have to do any of the work.
These armored guards get out of jail 10 to 15 from now, and
Right?
That's not his thing, though.
next thing you know, you're Joey Nevada and living in Vegas. I'm Joe Exotic.
Speaking of the worst ever witness protection program, Tekashi 6ix9ine is still actually making music, which is
Dude,
hilarious.
listen, and it's like really, really bad. Like the
worse
first,
than
dude, the
before?
first out. No, come on. So man,
He bought a $1 million shark medallion.
David, hold on. I know this your podcast, bro.
I know,
Hold
go
on.
for it, go for it.
AJ, so you telling me as a black man, you didn't like Day 6ix9ine when you listen to that album.
I'm not a black
AJ,
man.
it's a black man.
I'm black from the waist down, knees up, thighs in.
You
my penis.
So you didn't
beat
like the
that up.
album Day 6ix9ine. That didn't bang.
I mean, it sounded like all the other garbage on the radio at the time. It just
Day
blended into the
6ix9ine
background
was
noise.
incredible.
Once it gets so saturated, it's not like, oh, peak of the game, new influence. It's like, no, just more clutter in the background noise.
But like, okay, that's with what 6ix9ine did and still maintain his popularity. That's genius marketing.
Well, that is one thing he does know. He knows how to
Just
market.
increase security.
Right.
Like he's the
Yeah.
rapping Kardashian if I ever seen one.
That's a good analysis.
Yeah, I guess.
But,
Or
like-
you hit a low and everyone's like, yo, fuck them. Then a week later, you're rooting for him, and you're like, wait, why am I rooting for him?
Like, I
Exactly.
told myself I
Kardashians are
was
like,
not gonna listen.
I swear I was hating Kim in 2016 for something.
Like I did not want to listen to the new thing he put out with Nicki, and I was scrolling
Troll?
through Facebook. See, why do I know that that's the song?
Social media is a horrible curse.
I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, that's the thing. Like, he does know how to market, which is impressive. But, like, I don't listen to too much rap, but the rap that I do listen to, I don't
You're
really.
like old school rap.
I listen, dude. I was introduced.
It's like I'm a motherfucking PIMP.
No,
and he's like,
dude.
yo, listen to this new song.
No. Nah. That album.
The CD, dude.
That album. I'll die on this hill that album was the best fucking album of the 2000s. Get Rich or Die Trying was the intro for me into like rap for the most part. And that album was fucking awesome.
Dude.
I don't give a fuck. That album
50
was
Cent's
fucking...
almost his whole catalog. Like the Massacre was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like his first three
Jay-Z
were
had
just...
a fucking album around that time, like 03 or 04, that was like a
Blueprint?
Blueprint, yeah. And that was better than 50 Cent's album. That would be the
Eh.
album of the century.
His 50's first two albums.
well, you know,
were
two
fucking-
songs off 50s, you know.
Nah.
You know.
But he might be doing a
Jay-Z,
new album
you know,
now.
you can sing along with every song. You know the lyrics in the back of your head.
Nah.
Shh.
I'm not a huge Jay-Z fan, mostly just because of like the sound of his voice. I kind of can't. It's not my thing.
Like the
But
same reason.
Yeah, but I do like there are certain. I do the rappers that I enjoy the most are the ones that I can have the best ability to listen to the lyrics. So like if I hear a rapper and it's really hard for me to listen to lyrics, I can still enjoy the beat. But if I really want to peel the onion back, I can't do that with that one. That's one of the reasons why I like Tupac over Biggie is because I like the lyrics a lot more. The way that he wrote and the things that he wrote about, I enjoyed far more than what Biggie wrote. Not to put him down at all, but it's just as a preference for like, hey, your ability to, the way that you speak and the way that you rap, I can hear it more crisp clearly. And the subject matter that you cover, you're not afraid to talk about issues that like affect your life and the lives of people around you. And Biggie was really good at doing that too, but he was a lot more of like I'm a big pimp, like I'm the big dude, I'm the big bad dude.
Yeah.
And Tupac could easily do that. Like Hit 'Em Up was like one of the baddest diss tracks at the time.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the end all be all diss track.
No, that's like top 5.
First off, fuck your bitch and then click
And-
plan.
and
And just
the-
like, oh, that came into first second.
Yeah.
Goose starting to rap that on Skype call the other day was one of the funniest things ever.
I love when he starts
The
to-
whitest kid we know.
Just
just
picture
starts-
a French Canadian.
Oh my god, he's so
He's
white.
pale, freckled.
And he just busts out with,
He says it with
Getting a little
with,
gut.
like,
He's
no
not going to
rhythm.
listen to this. He's getting a little gut.
dude, I don't know, man.
Drinks a lot of Budweiser.
He's just drunk on Budweiser with no rhythm.
I think he wears a gold chain, but he's white.
But like, I don't
Black
know,
hair,
man.
curly.
Like I'm not even surprised by it no more, yo, because we've been such a mutt
rapping
culture, dude. We're such a mutt culture now. I'm not surprised by nothing no more, yo. Like for a white
Right.
dude to put me on to like some heavy rap, oh my god, dude. Again, I'm not surprised though. Like if man, and that's not news.
Going back.
Yeah, man. Like we exposed to so much, and hip hop is such a vacuum.
You're just going to have to cut the last
It is
5. I
kind
just
of a
went
vacuum.
after Goose there for like 2 seconds.
I'll just bleep out his name. He'll be all right.
Did y'all name him from Top Gun?
No. His middle name is,
he's
his
nowhere near
middle
that
name
cool.
It's French, and it's like de Glagile or something like that. De Glagile.
I got
and
it.
it transfers to gooseberry, which is a type of wine up in Canada. It's a famous wine vineyard or something.
Say the name again. The French name.
It's de Grosole.
That's it.
I want AJ. The sound.
Yeah,
the
no,
sound word.
you say it again. You're right.
De
I like the way you said it.
De Grosole.
To me, it just sounds like a dinkleberry off of a very large bird.
Birds vivid.
Birds take that bigger shits.
A goose probably does.
But so gooseberry, and so we call him Goose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because John's too hard to pronounce.
We know too many Johns.
Oh, it's like
We knew one other John.
He only loves it because he can walk up to any group of girls and be like, "Sup, I'm Goose," and then be like, "Oh my god, that's a weird name."
He's not lying.
And even if they don't, he's like, "Yeah, it's my middle name."
No, and
And there's silence.
then they turn him. But no, then they turn him down, and he just fuck you, bitch. In the
No. His way of talking to girls is like, "So my name's Goose," and they'll ignore him. It's like, "So what do you do for a living?"
Do you like sports?
Also, what is your private number? Where do you live approximately exactly?
Oh yeah, dude! I used to have a stepdad that literally spoke like that. He was on a motorcycle and got hit, and he ended up like a little slow, like slow.
Yeah, he doing his
and he's doing his thing. He would walk up to me and be like, "Hey, brother, it's your stepdaddy." He literally talked like that.
I love him already.
But he was so weird and socially awkward, so he'd walk up to people and he was so friendly, like a
Very nice
dog,
fella.
or like a cat. And he would be like, "Hey, I'm David. Where do you live approximately exactly?" And what he means is, "Hey, where are you from?"
By that time, the taser was already out.
Right?
Bro. They got the whistle.
And he's like 50, so it's not cute. It's not cute yet, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little too late to be adorable, but it's a little too early to be like, oh, he's innocent because he can't move fast. He's got that bad knee, you know.
We get him on the podcast.
Dude, that would be a great.
See what I'm saying?
That would be the greatest
we know
moment
where he
ever.
is anymore.
I could call him right now and he would just answer the phone. "Hey, brother." He hasn't seen like me in like 2 years. He hasn't been with my mom in like 4 years. He would just be like, "Hey, by the way, I love your mother." He used to say that to me all the time. What he means is, "Hey man, I really like my relationship with your mom. She means a lot to me and I love her." But it comes out as, "I love your mother."
All I'm
Like,
saying
"Yo,
is,
stop trashing on my mama."
all I'm saying is, how dedicated are you to this
David's
platform
my
that you would do that and we get him on?
I'll call him
Dude,
right fucking
it
now.
was, that would be the greatest moment. Only second to Buck Angel cameo. That's why you got to watch the rest. That's why you got to listen to the rest of that last episode.
I will.
Because it just goes off the rails pretty fucking quick. We'll leave it to the viewers to go back to the last episode and to hear the cameo of Buck Angel.
I don't know the name of the podcast.
If you
but
do
it's
know-
like episode 6 or something.
Yeah, if you don't know who Buck Angel is, Google him. Safe search off. That's all you need to know.
It's a porn thing.
So Quell, you're a man of many talents, guitarist. Also, you're a gamer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Oh,
that.
what do you play?
What does he play?
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Yeah, I like Tekken.
Yes.
I like fighting games in general.
That's how we met.
Yeah. Yo, shouts out to Reforge.
Thank you, man. I met you when we were doing a casual Tekken tournament at Frothy Beard, one of the breweries out here in
Casual
Charleston.
Tekken?
Great spot.
Can you play casual Tekken?
Well, we were having more of a casual tournament. Dude,
mean,
don't start.
honestly,
Do
can
not
you
start
play
that rabbit hole.
casual Tekken?
Do
I feel like
not
you go hard
start.
every time.
Don't start
I know,
this rabbit
right?
hole.
Like you're sweating. You're fucking. You're like, yo, move that cord. It's itch my arm. I can't have my forearm itch.
That's a
Move.
great Quell. Isn't that
Telling people to shut up.
Quell? Isn't that a great? Wasn't that a great idea?
Dude.
Wasn't that a great idea for us to announce? Hey, we're having a casual Tekken tournament at a brewery with house rules and
Bruh.
prizes.
Prizes.
Y'all,
doesn't
but
sound
that was
Actual,
cool
like
at all.
legit shit.
y'all did
about to get good at
I'm
this.
so
swatting
good.
controllers out of people's hands.
Y'all did so good because if
Show me the
if this shit was if this was Atlanta,
Yeah.
that shit would have turned into money matches so fast. Dog.
Yeah.
Like you so lucky Charleston doesn't have like a super strong Tekken scene like now.
I mean, you guys are doing your best to do that though. Like you guys created the Holy City Pugilists.
yes.
And you guys have basically become like an elite fighting force in the fighting game community.
Yes.
And you've slowly picked up guys from like each tournament. I remember every time that I saw you guys compete at one of our tournaments, or like the one that I helped you guys do for at Players Place
yes.
with the 250 pot bonus.
Yes.
That one you picked up Mark that day.
yeah.
That was a fun thing to watch him like bond with you guys like almost immediately. You're like, dude, we got to pick this dude up.
Yeah. It's going back to a lot of principles that I wanted to just lay the groundwork for when I first like formed the team. Because first it was just me, Cullen, Dylan, and Jesse, just four dudes sitting in a room, super high, and playing fighting games, bro. And so we was like, yo, we need to know where other people was at. So the more we did tournaments and put things on and collabed with stuff, we made it a point to, yo, we hanging out, we friends, we laugh and joke, then the games.
Yeah.
So it's just been that. And even through the COVID and everything, we would, do online tournaments or post, stuff on the South Carolina page and just be like, hey, anybody playing Tekken want to get some sets in, jump on Party Chat and just cut up. And so we've grown more now without the access to like,
Physical location.
exactly.
I mean, the internet has been awesome for gaming in that sense, is that you're able to connect with people who are looking for a connection all globally for pretty much. Like, I don't know if I've told you that this is how I met these guys.
No way.
Back when we were in high
That's
school,
actually how we met.
when we were in high school, these guys lived up north. I lived here, and one of them made like a Minecraft server, and like somehow a buddy of mine somehow found this server, and we sort of connected that way. And then over the years, from high school to college to ever since then, we've basically played video games together. I visited them up a few times, and then they came down here for like a few days to chill out, and they're like, no, we're moving here now. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's been a roller coaster ever since. But
Way better than
that's
New York.
that sort of like prompted us, like that ability. Like we always wanted to have some sort of content that we put up. We tried doing video game content, but like at that point, YouTube was already hard rolling on the gaming content.
Oh, yeah,
and
they
then
got Let's
Adpocalypse came,
Plays.
and then like I didn't know how to edit the right way, and it was just I didn't know what the fuck I was doing for that. But as soon as they came in the physical proximity, I was like, dude, we've got an opportunity to do something fun. At least have fun, drink beer, fuck around, and be funny.
Yes.
And that's sort of what it's done. And it's the way it's evolved and like the way it's like grown this fast over the last few months. It's been super fucking surprising. Like I thought we'd be right by now, like 50 people listen. And like, no, like how about like 230 right now? I'm like, holy fuck, whatever. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all do your thing.
We're getting there like bit by bit, but it's been fun having these guys here, like coming over like every week just for like an hour just to hang out and just shoot the shit. I built this whole fucking room basically to get them come over, and they still fight me tooth and nail.
I mean, hey, they not friends if they ain't shitting on you in some way.
Dude.
I'm telling you.
Instantly.
Dude, it's not.
It's okay. He loves himself enough.
Like, yo, dude, when we did the DC thing,
Yeah.
Dylan, the one I was talking about earlier, I was like, yo, man, I can't get no games. I gotta, get a lot of sleep. We're doing DC. Like,
Yeah.
we heading up there and stuff. Dylan go, psh, look at Hollywood. I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, so he's still, anytime I mention band stuff, I'm like, hey, yo, we got new t-shirt design. Oh, snap. Here come P. Diddy, Rockaway, The Rock. I'm just like, bro.
Dude, when you send me all those that stuff, send me a picture of those shirts too, so I can put it up on the page.
Bet. I will.
Absolutely. But so you guys started off you guys mostly do Tekken,
Yeah.
and when I first met you, were an Eddie dude. You were a Eddie main.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
no.
Capo era king over here.
Oh, no.
And I know you've definitely evolved.
Yeah, Actually, I've evolved and realized where I haven't evolved.
Right.
So started Eddie. Eddie ain't doing nothing in Tekken 7. He's bad. Then I jumped to Josie. Josie, I don't know how to play her effectively. And then I started messing with a new character that is in the Tekken universe named Eliza, who is a meter character, which, if you know Tekken in any sense, there are no meter characters until right now. And so I started messing with the meter stuff as the only Eliza player in South Carolina.
So what exactly is a meter?
Oh, okay.
Like, so for those who are completely oblivious.
So you got your regular moves if you ever like mess with Street Fighter or whatever, and then you'll do one of those regular moves and you use like a energy bar.
Right.
And that energy bar will amplify the move to have either a stronger or to cause a secondary effect.
Oh, okay.
So it can make your single kick that hits the middle of the body, not the low or just the head, but the middle. So that one kick, you use the meter for that kick, and that kick can now launch you in the air, and then you can juggle and then keep hitting them. So.
Is that similar to the meters that, what's that one Street Fighter character that came over to Tekken for Tekken 7?
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking
The
about.
bane of everyone's Akuma.
Akuma. Is it similar to Akuma's meter or?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what I was curious about.
Yep. Yeah. So I started messing with the girl version of Akuma, I guess you can say.
Nice.
Yeah. So ever since I've been doing that, I really found my niche and been slaughtering people ever since.
Nice.
And we picked up a Super Smash player within the crew, and he convinced us to do what's called a power ranking, which takes everybody in the state that plays the game and ranks them based on everyone's input.
Oh, that's going to sound fun for people who just like, oh, I should definitely be up here. I should definitely be over here.
Yeah.
Because I saw you were ranked up top 25.
I ranked
14?
Ended up being 15 because Josh forgot a dude. Shouts out to Josh McWhorter. He's pretty much the Tekken coach for the state of South Carolina. Yep. But that's where I ended up landing. But I'm coming for necks and heads because I can beat half of y'all that's above me. Maybe more. So
let's see that happen. Now, is final round
Humble.
Is final round online? Is final round completely gone right now, or is it just for Smash?
Final round.
Not final round. Evo. Evo.
Okay. So,
is Evo dead right now in the water,
dude?
For those who know what's going on, the fighting game community, particularly not just, but particularly the Super Smash Brothers community, there has been a huge list of accusations and revelations that have come out over the last several weeks of basically community-wide misconduct of major players, big heads in the organizations, of just, sexual misconduct, grooming. Basically the head of Evo is being accused of being a pedophile.
Church stuff.
Yeah, like really bad shit. Like prominent.
Yeah, you can laugh at that.
Prominent players being accused of like doing some really nasty shit to mistreat other players that are coming up. Not only just male, but also female players as well. And it's been kind of a hellhole for mostly Smash, but just the FGC as a whole. Kind of are just going through this issue of like, hey, we need to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. No, it's not just Smash. Let's see. Capcom pulled out, so there goes Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Bandai Namco pulled out, so there goes Tekken and one other that I can't think of.
Guilty Gear?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot, it's a weird named company, but they do it's a fighting game with like animals in it called Them's Fighting Herds. It's an amazing game.
Okay.
Oh my God. They pulled out. So Evo's pretty much like floating. It's just dead in the water. However, the figurehead that was like accused and later admitted to a lot of that nasty stuff, he was like axed or whatever, and the two other creators of the Evo brand were either both of them or one of them was named the CEO, like in the place of Wiz.
Right.
So
And for non-fighting game people, EVO stands for
it's short for Evolution Fighting. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was making sure.
Yeah, it's short for Evolution Fighting.
Okay.
I forgot what it super was back in the G.
Like the long super name that that's really
no,
they're not really
the
moniker now.
super old name. I'm new in the fighting game community. So
Yeah, but so for everything that's going on, like there's been a huge amount of people that have, like, of course, former players and current players speaking out against it. There was I saw this one video of a guy who was, I think he was in the Smash community, who was falsely accused of, let me say this, but he fucking jizzed on some dude's back in a hotel room. That's what he was accused of.
Louis C.K.
No.
What he was accused of.
He's a Marthmain. But no, he got accused of that, and he had to go on Twitch on live, to stream live, and basically tell people this is impossible because, as many of you have known, that I've struggled with depression my whole life, and the reason is because when I was born, I had a botched circumcision, and so to even get yourself going, and even if you get to that point, to finish is almost impossible, and if not painful. So it would be virtually impossible for that to even happen. And the dude had to admit that on fucking live in front of everybody.
We're talking about these crazy medical things that have happened to people.
Yeah, he had to fucking admit that on Twitch to fucking clear his name.
I'm about to say, but that's a small price to pay from getting canceled.
Yeah, I mean,
to
to have
Especially in today's cancel culture where everything
yeah,
is
and to have the balls to fucking no pun intended,
Yeah.
but to have the balls to actually come out and talk about that, to really say in the fact that you even have
really
to,
put
it's
him
fucking
out there,
stupid,
just let it
right?
drop.
But it has been pretty crazy, how these big players have had to come out and talk about it. But it does at least present an opportunity for people to say, hey, this is something that we have to fix and we have to become better.
Yes, and that's been the greatest part because it's caused a lot of people, because the number one thing that wasn't being addressed with it that everybody pointed out and nobody stepped up to was that people kept saying, "Oh yeah, we knew. Oh yeah, this was Russian."
Weinstein
y'all
shit.
y'all just now knowing that? Too many heads was popping up with that same number. So,
But it's hard because you take that kind of group of people who are in the FGC, and I'm not gonna be stereotypical, but you've got people who are they might not be the most popular kids at school, not the football team, but they have found a group of people that they can bind to.
Right.
And you've got people who are idols in that community, whether it be esteemed players or coaches or heads of tournaments and leagues, whatever, influential people that they look up to. Mm-hmm. And you give people like that kind of power, they may not know how to handle that, or and if there's no oversight, that can easily be corruptible, like any system, right?
Right.
So it's an opportunity. And so for people to say, oh, I knew about that, I'm like, well, where's the avenue to step up? It's kind of ridiculous, but at least as long as people can say, hey, this is an opportunity to grow and to see what our flaws are and actually take actions to make them better.
yeah.
It's an opportunity at least to at least grow for the future.
So when you run a tournament, you got something called a TO, or tournament organizer.
Right.
That's just for the audience, the part of the audience that don't know. That's somebody that's got basically just a bracket of names that are gonna play against each other and how they advance on to fight the next person until there's a winner.
Yeah.
What all this has done, that's been the greatest thing, is cause a bunch of old school, middle school, new school TOs to come out and start talking about things and just being all right, so this is how we need to step up. Let's first address this as we rebuild. You know what I'm saying?
And it's and it can be hard too, because you have to be able to know where to see the signs. You have to be able to tell hey, this is something I may have to take precautions of. Smash, you've got 10-year-olds playing against 40-year-olds. Mm-hmm. That can sometimes cause a problem, right? Because you've got this huge age difference, and you've got this opportunity for grooming, and that's one of the things that have kind of come out in the Smash community that's been kind of a weird thing. But then you've got also at the same time, treatment of female competitors, female attendees as well. That's, we've had the Me Too movement for the last 2 years, and it's kind of a good opportunity for the gaming community to sort of take their role in this as well.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it happen before, not definitely not with us because we definitely don't tolerate that shit. But I've seen it before in college where I'll be at a tournament and I see like as soon as one girl walks in the fucking room, every socially awkward kid immediately turns into that guy.
Hey,
where
you
it's
know
like,
how to play? Do you? I can teach you how to. Boy, if you don't
Exactly.
sit your ass down, you finna get bodied by her.
Exactly. Now we don't have to drop names or nothing, Quell. And for the guys that we know that have girlfriends that have been in the FGC, have their girls ever said anything about like feeling uncomfortable at all, and like being approached and feeling in a weird way, and be like, "Hey, I don't feel welcome here. I don't feel comfortable."
Not for the ones that I know, just in my circle.
Okay, good.
Cause them girls are scary, dude.
Dude, yeah.
If any one of them, like,
I'm gonna say everybody to choke a bitch out.
listen, like how you said the stereotypical thing before.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God,
Y'all
like,
don't really fit that stereotype, by the way. Like,
if you take the stereotypical dude to try to run up on my homeboy's girlfriend, yo, she would eat him.
Yeah.
Like she would like be like pulling his neck out and eating off of it. Like, she's scary, dude.
it's good to see that you just know for a fact takes no shit.
Oh no, she's violent, but we all love her, and
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Like, we're within our group, we open. Like, we don't let, if I know something that happened to homie's girlfriend or somebody like says something different, I'm not gonna, oh well, he's been a TL for this tournament for the last 5 years. I don't feel like I can step up. I don't care who he knows or what tournaments or what he wears on his back. I'm gonna go, hey, yo, homeboy.
Right.
Get one of them shits off the wall and, hey, don't mess with her.
Right.
Or we gonna be outside. Like,
I mean, it's a good way to step up because you're coming from not just being a part of that group as a whole, but you've got this really tight-knit group of friends that you've basically got like a family house, right? You expect like these guys to be over at your house when you get home, playing Tekken, pass the bowl, and sit down, right? That's pretty much how it goes.
but again, going back to the TO talks, and everything they address, responsibility and accountability is a thing too. If we hanging out and I drink too much, they ain't my friends if Cullen doesn't, ayo man, you good? Yeah man, I'm fine. The next day, yeah man, I'm good. Yeah man, just the other day, man, you was drinking a lot. And it was mine. Like, how'd you even get that bottle? You owe me money, but I'm worried about you. What's going on? Come get a plate.
Right.
Like, address me. So
Right.
So it's like we take care of each other too. It's the fun and the companionship is a part of it, but we got to make sure we all right because we trying to make it through COVID and life together. So
Right.
that's what it's about.
It's a good thing to have. That's the thing. I treat these guys the same way. It's good to have those kind of people that you just say like, hey, this is family for the most part. But no.
Are you from around here?
Yeah.
I can tell.
Oh, why?
People from New York have a different attitude.
Talk about New York, son.
Dude, it's basically like, you all right? Go fuck yourself. You owe me money.
You all right? Do I know you?
You all right? Can you make it to my house? You bringing me that money?
Dude, that's the thing. You call that.
No, I ain't coming to you. You coming to me.
If I come to you, you ain't gonna like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to your mama's house. All right, meet me there.
Y'all, they both from New
No,
York.
don't go there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
at work.
we
Yeah.
grew up together in New York.
I've known him for like 20 years.
No way.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
His mom used to babysit me.
So y'all so how'd y'all end up at the same?
I
Like,
decided to move
colleges?
down here, and
Well,
So they were all friends and we did
followed
video
me.
game stuff.
Yeah, we met him
Oh,
online
okay,
playing
okay.
Minecraft, and it just kind of, it's kind of
He
weird.
just randomly came into our
Nerds.
server, and
Dude,
me and
yeah.
Chad look at each other. Well, not look at each other.
Yeah.
Our avatars looked at each other. No, we were on Skype, and we were like, "Who the fuck is the third dude?" I was like, "Yo, I thought you knew him." I was like, "I thought you knew him." We like walk up to him. Who are you? Hi guys, I'm Dave.
That's probably
Call
what
me Superman 300.
I'm gonna go
that
build a
your-
house over here.
was that your screen named out?
In high school? Yes, for
Still
Minecraft.
Still today.
Oh, he used it for everything.
That's Superman.
That's my mom's initials, by the way.
Okay,
And
you
a
ain't pull it
Superman
up
logo.
all the way because you skip leg day. That's why you can't pull the. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
He didn't do Shakur. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, dude, it's
And
a
then
crazy
me and
ride.
Chad grew up together, and Evan, my brother, who's normally here, is my brother, and he has kind of moved down here with Chad. I was like,
They
I moved down.
down,
I moved down here with Goose, the other person we were talking about, about 2 years ago, back in June of 2018.
Yeah.
And then by October of 2018, they were moved down here. They were just like the winter pretty much starting. It's funny because Evan didn't even tell him they were
summer.
moving
Yeah,
down.
I literally had no plans on moving down here until his brother called me and said, "Hey, are we leaving today to go to South Carolina?" And I was just like, "Well, I got nothing else going on."
Packed up and moved.
I just literally put
12
whatever I
hours.
could fit in my truck and just came down here.
There you go, man.
He called them
y'all
at 9 and they left at 11 a.m. Like,
gonna say, and y'all just got here talking about like
2 years
2018.
there.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah.
you got to a tourist city
they lived in my living room.
right in time for a pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
Chad slept on a couch.
I
Evan
did
put a
sleep
bed
on his
down.
couch for a little while.
oh, I done
We
couch
had like
surfed before
5
that.
people living in like 2-bedroom.
Two-bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Done that downtown, no less.
And then we like sprawled out. I still have the apartment. I just live there with my girlfriend now, and like they each have their own place,
Yeah.
slightly spidered out.
Worked out pretty well.
Yeah. So, Quell, who do you, before we move over to this thing, who are you going to shout out to before for the FGC? I saw his chat was blowing up. It's like, hey, shout out to this, shout out to this. Because you got to shout out to, of course, Josh, the TO, or the captain of the South Carolina team.
Gotta do
For the
that.
most part, you've got your boys, Jesse, Cullen, Dylan, all these guys.
Yeah, no, you already know half the
Oh, I know
squad
the
already.
family.
You in the family, dog. So we actually just picked up another South Carolina player. He does content creation for like fighting games and stuff like that. He got YouTube and Twitter. He goes by Shabro, Shabro. So just check out his stuff, run them numbers up, and I guess I'll give it.
Is Mello still doing shit?
Oh my God, Melo's amazing.
Because I've seen him stream a few times, dude. He's fucking good.
Dude, he's so good. Like Melo Hendricks, bro. Like if you in South Carolina, you want to see just some funny dude. So just a funny dude doing just funny stuff and just being real and just a genuine, good-hearted person. Melo Hendricks, man. He's up in like the middle or upstate, one of them two.
Where did he go on the power rank?
Oh shoot,
Top 10?
dude. Nah, I hope not. I'll bust the shit out Melo in Tekken. Yo, if Melo's like not like 15, no, not 15. I'm 15. If he's not like 18 or like 20, I'm gonna be angry. I think he's like 18 or 20 or something
All right.
like that. Melo ass.
Rank, not age.
Yeah.
Age, you're anywhere between 22 and low 40s. I don't know.
What? People playing fighting games? No, you talking
No,
about
I'm saying.
I'm talking about power rank.
Look,
Yeah.
no, you look like you're somewhere between 21 and 40 in age.
me?
Yeah,
He's
can't
our
tell.
age.
I'm
He's our
beautiful.
age.
Anywhere in between.
I'm beautiful.
There you go.
Dude, if I shave facial hair like that, I look, oh man.
If I had a beard, I
Drinking
look
this.
old. When I trim it down, it's like I look like a baby.
I ain't shouting out nobody else. Just check out Social Void on the music stuff. and
Sophomore record out right now. Came out in February. Still going strong with their single Machines. Number one on
Machine.
Spotify. You guys on iTunes, SoundCloud, anything else? Or you guys on Spotify?
Facebook. All of it. iTunes,
Nice.
SoundCloud,
Good.
Apple Music.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Quell. Now you get to be one of our co-anchors now.
One of the say the name of the band again in case someone.
Social
decided to
Void.
fast
You guys know
forward.
this. It's Social Void. Get your
Void.
fucking earplugs in and listen to this shit. All right. All right. So Quell,
It's Airbuds. AirPods.
What's a co-anchor, bro?
a co-anchor.
Yeah,
A co-anchor is one like those guys on the tables or on the desks who do the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna be one of our co-anchors for the news network. All right.
Okay.
Mooks News. That's what we are.
Bet. Let's go.
Do it live! Fuck it. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Thank you, Bill O'Reilly. Did you ever watch that video before?
I heard the edits in
Yeah.
like fighting game stuff when somebody's just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna run in and do this weird combo."
Fuck it, we'll do it
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day, like when he still had hair, something was going on with the teleprompter. It wasn't working, and he just had a fucking full meltdown, and he didn't know that he was on live television. And so he was just saying, fuck it, we'll do it live. And he's just like, I'll write it, and you do it, you type it out. And he just didn't give a shit.
How young was he? Because Bill O'Reilly's been old ever since I've been alive.
Yeah, so he was probably, he looked like, in the video, he looked like he was in his 40s.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in his 60s
somewhere
now.
between 60 and 70 years ago.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
like,
a while ago.
yeah. And Quell, you want to give that like 2 minutes to like settle.
Yep.
That beautiful Guinness pour.
Yeah, too much brown in the top.
Yeah.
Are we
That's how it is, man.
Are we
Settling.
sponsored by Guinness or something now?
No, but
I'm going to turn
Yeah.
the logo toward the camera, too.
dude, I would love to. It would be such a great thing to be
would
sponsored
be
by a beer
radical.
company. Just get a whole fridge. We have a fridge, by the way, if you do want to sponsor us, beer companies. We have a whole fridge stocked full of Guinness or beer. AJ would cry, but he'd just like, just make it Bud
My
Light.
liver's drooling or it's muddy. I don't know. I can't really feel it.
So Dave, I hear you have some kind of news for us.
Well, yeah, there's just random, like the new shit that's on there. So we could start. Which one would you rather? Which one do we go into, Quell? Which one do you want to start with?
Bruh. Well, okay. I got to know about shit penguins.
Okay.
I was also thinking that.
Dude,
So-
I got to know.
So there's
I was
this-
surprised you didn't reorder them.
Yeah.
Shit penguins on top.
So there was this study that these scientists were out doing in Antarctica, and they were out in their tents, and all of a sudden they couldn't stop laughing. They just all of a sudden they just broke out into laughter, and they couldn't stop to where it was like almost it was causing them actual pain. They couldn't figure out what was going on, and they actually figured out that
When the dab hits.
that dab is
Taco Bell line is what? Dad? Jesus?
well
Two
apparently
quesadillas?
well apparently that dab was penguin shit because they figured out that the penguins that were around them were shitting a whole bunch, and the aroma and the fumes from the actual penguin shit was acting as a laughing gas.
Nitro.
Yes, exactly.
Wait. Where did the penguin shit?
On the ground.
Where do you think penguins shit? In the outhouse.
No, I'm saying.
Like they're Mickey D's.
I'm
They
saying,
got the
why
code
was
for
they?
the Starbucks?
Yeah, but how close?
One,
how
two,
close
three,
does
four.
one get to shit where they keep smelling it? And it,
Well, it's the thing. If
they're-
you're
they're
scientists,
scientists.
if you're scientists, and you're
Oh,
doing shit.
camp.
all right.
Yeah.
They're not
I didn't
just
do
camping.
You were pouring your beer. They set up their camp at
Right next to the penguins.
study the
And
penguins.
the penguins were shitting so much, the fumes were going over there, and it acted as a laughing gas. It triggered as a laughing gas.
Oh, that's
And they broke out into
just
fuck-
standard out the gate penguin shit.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I know,
I
right?
see motherfuckers on TikTok sniffing penguin ass.
Do you remember that episode? Do you remember that? Do you remember that episode of South Park when it was cat pit or cat spraying?
Oh, yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
set up illegal, like, cats
Sniffing
became
cat piss.
illegal. So like Eric Cartman had like a fucking Anne Frank scenario in this attic where all the cats were stored up, and at the same time they were having busts. The cops would kick in the door, and some white trash motherfucker with a cat strapped up to some contraption about to spray in his face to get high as fuck. Kenny's tripping balls. He's ODing on cat piss.
You want to do this with penguins?
I didn't say I want to do it.
That's what it sounds like.
It's for science, Chad.
Like, how hard would it be
It's
to like
anyways,
catch
check
a
out my
penguin? though?
Snapchat channel.
It can't be
'Cause
that hard.
you gotta catch a penguin. I don't think a
Do
penguin.
they
just-
run fast?
Those
know
little-
they can
those-
slide.
those fucking
Yeah, I'm about to
legs.
say,
They
do
can
they just
slide,
slide
they
and they
I
swim.
feel
go on
like if
40?
they get in the water, it's over.
They're like turtles. They're
think-
like turtles. Like once
Yeah.
they get in the water,
They're gone. Yeah, once they get in the
Teleport.
water,
you see
they're
their
gone.
eyes.
So if we're already on shit, we can go to the other shit one. So shit spreading in Sweden. So they have had this issue. Sweden's done relatively well with COVID, like keeping people contained to what they have to do, and they've been able to run
There's
businesses.
nothing to do in Sweden.
Right. Well, apparently they've been wanting to put on music festivals in Sweden, and there's this one like really artsy town in Sweden that they've been they want to have this big music festival in, and the city was like, "Hey, we are trying to stop you from like gathering and doing all this stuff." So what they did is they took trucks in the middle of the night and they spread manure and shit all over the park's field, so that way no one would go in there.
Did they still go in there?
No,
Oh, right.
it's covered in shit, Quell.
Dog.
Would you go?
No, all right.
I know hippies smell.
I have a story since you want. You think I don't got a story?
All right, here we go.
Party in a pile of shit?
I didn't know. So like, not to jump back to the music thing, but I dabbled in like electronic music for between 2009 and like 2015.
All right.
And so like I started DJing my own stuff, right? And we got invited. me and my crew at the time, we got invited to play a festival.
All right.
I don't know where it was in South Carolina because I made sure to get drunk before we got there. This was a whole different Quell. I was off the rails. We get there. We drive past some stables.
Do you still know your ex guy? No, I'm just kidding.
He's looking at
I have his number.
Man, we get there and we drive past some stables, like horse houses. And so I'm like, yo, is this shit on like some farm shit or whatever? I'm a black dude. I ain't never I'm like a city-raised black dude. I didn't know horses that big, first of all, if that tell you anything. And so we get there, and it's on like this big open area that they didn't bother to clean before they set up the stage and all the whole campsite area. So there was intermittent horse shit throughout this whole area. And I'm sitting here having panic attacks like, bruh, cuz, family, home slice, there's doodle everywhere. And it's on drug white people with their shoes off dancing. Like there's not doodle on the ground. So that's why I had to be like, well, did they still have the festival? Because I've seen y'all be cutting up. Y'all don't care if it's doodle, COVID, anything outside.
Well, that's the thing. Like the city's
That's what your
excuse.
boots are for.
Well, the city's excuse was, well, the grass will be lovely in the fall. But the thing is, though, the whole field is kind of like Marion Square, where you've got houses and businesses all around it. So just imagine the next morning, it's like do 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 do, and all of a sudden they open up with the windows like. Ugh.
I feel like Marion Square isn't. I feel like Marion Square ain't like so peaceful as you think it is. All the shit in the square, that is Marion Square.
I'm about to say, like between homeless people pissing in that fountain.
Like I've had my back cracked at 1 a.m. in that park by Byron.
Dude, stay away from that.
I love Byron, yo.
Dude,
Shout out to Byron,
dude,
yo.
I know Byron well, but you gotta stay away from that dude.
Byron's cool.
Nah, dude, that dude he has been chased out of Charleston multiple times.
Out of the whole city?
That's
a big city.
I've
I've had Byron crack my back. I gave him a $20 tip back in like 2013. I know it for a fact. I know it by the fact because 6 weeks later he got chased out of Charleston again.
So why I gotta stay away from him?
Because he'll go in from like really cool dude to like drugged out psycho. Because that's how he got homeless.
Oh shit.
Because his story is that he was he was like a college level or even pro level like physical therapist.
Yeah.
Like on some team, and then he developed a drug problem.
Oh.
Yeah. And so like I've seen him get belligerent downtown a few times, and then eventually like he's just like he'll go hang out in the homeless camps and stuff, as homeless people do. But he's one of those dudes like, if you've been in Charleston long enough and you get to meet him, it's kind of like running into Bill Murray almost.
Yeah, no, it's like it's some video game shit. Like you
It's
look
exactly
up on
like running into Bill Murray. Like they're on the same level of crack.
No, I'm saying it's like you be looking up this thing. Yo, how do I get this sword? Oh, you got to go here at this time and fulfill these conditions, and then you will get this item.
Byron's
like,
the Easter egg.
Bam. So I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like my relationship with Byron, if there is any, I'll be walking downtown and just randomly I'll see him. Yo, what's up, cuz? What's up? And we fist bump. You good? Yeah, you good. And I mosey on.
Right.
I don't go and kick back.
I bounce right off King Street, so I see him.
that's your
I see him
homie
all
now.
day long. Like, I'd rather have Byron around than Crazy Larry.
I don't even know who Crazy Larry.
Crazy Larry's this bald dude who talks to windows.
I know exactly what you're talking
He'll
about.
headbutt windows and shit. Cops are scared of him. Dude, bat shit. He'll be walking. He was walking down the road
Like schizophrenic.
literal
level.
straight like botulism, like ate old food botulism. Like, you know what that is? Like when food sits out too long, it gets rotten. Botulism's a chemical that will grow on it. It's like a toxin. It's a virus or a bacteria. It's a bacteria that eats away at your brain. It'll eat a little bit of your brain and then die.
Yeah.
And so your brain literally. And this dude's crazy. I've seen him walk into the middle of Ann Street, right off of King, and he literally put his hands up like he's building drawing a house on a piece of paper, and he's like, "I'm in my house. The chickens can't get me." Arr! And sat down the street for 15 straight minutes.
Yep.
And like I called a cop, and I'm like, "Yo, they're like, where's the address of the emergency?" I'm like, Crazy Larry's in the street again. And they were like, oh, never mind, we know. All right,
Yeah, like
We got a 40 at 12. We got a 40 at 12.
yeah, for real.
code for it.
Yeah. It's like the thing where in Ted where they tried to steal what was it, Tom Brady's jizz. Remember in Ted 2? They tried to steal Tom
Man,
Brady's
pull up in a
jizz.
raincoat, dog. That was so funny.
It's like we got a 48-9, 49. What's a 48-9? Someone tried to steal his jizz, Tom Brady's jizz again.
But yeah, no, I'd rather have Byron around than Crazy Larry, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Would
dude,
you rather have a dude that comes up like super fast on a bike and be like, yo, you need your back crack? No, you good? All right, bye. Or would you have some dude who's like, chickens can't get me?
but downtown is a video game. You don't choose which Easter egg you unlock every time you want to unlock something if you're just
Exactly.
playing the game.
It's like rolling a D20. Sometimes you get a 17, sometimes you roll a 1, and you're fucked.
Bam. That's what
It's like every time you walk into a bar, roll a D20. Yeah. Did you ever go to the Ice Palace?
All right, bro. I went once when I was 6.
Yeah.
And I was trash.
It's one of those things like down here, ice is a foreign object to
I thought
us.
he said he was trashed.
No, I was
Dude, I was
6-year-old.
I was so fucked up, bro.
My mom wouldn't let me go into the arcade.
I kept crying. My mom gave me a sip of something.
Yo, son, that Crown Royal and High C,
Right? Yo,
that shit be hitting.
they put it on your gums. Put you to sleep.
I was turned off the little Kool-Aid jammers and Jack.
Sipping on Jose and juice.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, man. My mother did great.
I think my mother
Shouts
is an
out to
angel.
Charleston.
Yeah, Lucifer was
Not
an
my
angel.
mother. Not my mother.
No, your mother was an angel, just like Lucifer. He was an angel
Chad
too.
tried to fuck my mom.
What?
She turned him down. Imagine a 2. A
Ooh, the
solid 2.
podcast getting
You
good
got
now.
you asked me, sweet Renee. Or
This wasn't on the board.
Janae, yeah, sweet Janae.
He's like, yo, this wasn't my pre-podcast note.
She did say no.
She did turn him down. It's a true thing.
Anyways, since
She
we're on the,
said, and I quote, I get better dick every single day.
Yeah, my mom was a G.
And I was just like, damn.
Dave met her. I threw a beer bottle at her head when he met her.
yeah.
Wait, you threw a beer bottle at
horrible hands.
Your mother when
Hey,
Dave
man.
met her.
Welcome to White Trash, New York.
Yo, son. Yo.
They were in a trailer park. It's all right.
No, it wasn't. It was an apartment complex.
It wasn't
It was a.
That's all right.
I need to report back to the black community. Yo, look how they living.
Nah, dude. No, you think
Yo,
of
start a movement
nah.
for them.
Do you know of one? Do you know of one
need
living?
help.
Do you know of one living black man who has thrown something at his mother and has lived?
Like, is he alive today
Yeah,
or lived after that?
lived after. No, because you get your ass beat till you die.
Well, I know. Oh no,
Because he didn't end up good.
like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like living is subjective. He can be alive, but he's not doing like as well as an American should.
Right,
See what I'm saying?
Why do you think AJ moved 900 miles away?
from his sister.
That was the warrant
From the entire family.
from the police.
Yeah. So speaking of Chad's inability to get laid, let's go to sex doll soccer. That one actually was the most
Chad's
surprising
like,
to me.
shit, they're reading my diary again.
How did they know?
So in
I should have got the pen.
I need contact.
In
Like,
Seoul-
what's Chad about?
in Seoul, South Korea, a soccer team they're still doing like matches in Korea. Of course, but you can't have crowds in there. You can't sell tickets. So they wanted to simulate a crowd there. So what they did is they filled the stadium with sex dolls.
Did they dress him up with the jerseys?
Nah, no dressing up.
Oh my God.
And they got in a bit of trouble, of course, because like whatever the fucking World Soccer Federation is, they kind of look down at like the sexualization of their sport.
Wow.
At least to me, it was kind of interesting because they're always surprised all the time. It's like, yes. So when they score, do they get to celebrate with the fans or?
Straight up dives up. Football style.
And Ronaldo has gone into the stand. He scores into his 6th goal of the game, and he's gone in. Oh, he's having some celebration with the fans. Look at that.
The ref's getting involved now. It looks like he is ejected.
Who on the commission approved that? Was it the who's called?
If you come under 60 seconds, it's an immediate red card.
Yo,
It's South Korea though, so it's all blurred out. You know what I'm talking about. You all know.
Welcome to the podcast, Quell.
Wow.
You're just in disbelief. Just
Because I want to. All right, so like,
Picture it.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got to get in the mind of everybody. So first, the dude that approved it. Second, a player. Like, if you was just last week playing a game against somebody and being like, man, I wish there was just somebody in the crowd, and then you just see a bunch of these.
it's just like
just does he in his soul just go, yeah, they believe him, like. Or does he know? Or did they even tell the players? I need answers.
It had
Get
to
them
have
on the
gotten
phone.
by like so many people though. Like the true heroes of the workplace, the secretaries who actually do all the work. How did that get past her desk? And she's like,
the guy who owns that team is based.
This shit's flying by.
The guy who owns.
Yo, fuck him. I asked for a raise. He didn't want to pay me.
Exactly. I was just about to say, I got 2 weeks left.
The guy who owns that team is
going to
basically
Comcast.
Korea's version of Mark Cuban. And then it's the last one, Alfalfa. The guy who played Alfalfa in the the guy who played Alfalfa in the Little Rascals movie got arrested. They found him in Texas behind a dumpster, huffing some sort of fumes, trying to get high off like some like paint thinner or some shit.
So like a Thursday.
What sounds illegal about that? Leave the guy alone.
He got
Minding his own business.
Yeah, I'm saying he got
Who's
arrested
he
for that.
hurting?
Yeah. My only question, does his
Vote
mug
JoJo 2020.
my only question is, does his mugshot have the cowlick?
I don't think it did. I think I saw that.
Yeah.
I think I saw that.
Oh my god.
Wait, but why did he get arrested for that?
Because if you can't huff shit, it's
I
illegal.
do feel like you can't huff shit behind dumpsters.
Yeah.
You
Specifically,
He was
by
doing it
dumps.
behind like a Wendy's or
I
something.
gotta take this
Well,
down. I gotta
probably
note it down
public.
so I know. Like I'm changing my plans. Like I guess I'm available next Wednesday then, Dave.
Oh, I can't huff shit behind dumpsters
I was gonna
Yeah,
go
I
to
guess
Texas,
it's-
but there's a Texas Roadhouse.
with a really nice dumpster.
That's how I picture Texas.
Just one big Texas Roadhouse with a bunch of people huffing behind the dumpster.
Way too many cooks on break. Some 19-year-old server, nice tits, is up front in the weeds, like, yo,
Where
can
are
I
all the
please
bus
just get
boys?
biscuits?
I'm not gonna lie.
Silverware.
There's a listener that work at Texas Roadhouse is like, yo, shut up.
No, they're like, I know this shit. Those motherfuckers got it on point. Yeah. Fuck those
They're
cooks.
in their
Fuck
local,
that dishwasher.
they're in their local food and bev Facebook group, like, yo, listen to this podcast. None of it made sense, but they got to this server shit about Texas Roadhouse 4 hours in. Yeah, I fast forwarded a lot. I dropped my phone. I couldn't get it.
It's that real content, son. Shouts out to Texas Roadhouse.
That's what we call
Absolutely.
potatoes and gravy in the business.
Dude, y'all got the weirdest fucking thing in New York
Eating
where you guys are like,
potatoes.
you ever heard of a salt potato, Quell?
Is that a white thing?
Yeah,
It's not a white. It's a New
thing.
York. It's a white New
No,
York
it's a
thing.
white
It's a
thing.
Yankee
No,
thing.
it's a
It's a
pretty
Yankee
white
thing.
Like,
we
I
got
want-
mashed potatoes.
It's a
down
northeast. In
Oh, it's a
North-
real potato.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I thought it
you-
was like one
you
of them
buy
Urban
like a
Dictionary where you
5
put your dick in something.
You buy a 5-pound bag of potatoes, and in it is a bag of salt, and it's a pound of salt for every 5 pounds of potatoes. And you're supposed to just boil all. You don't even have to skin them. Actually, you don't skin them. You just wash them off. You throw them in a pan. You boil them with all of that pound of salt in there. It's way too much salt. But the potato just absorbs it into it, and then you just cut into it and throw a thing of butter on it, and that's it. It's just salt,
You don't eat
potato,
that.
and
Quell.
butter.
You don't eat that shit.
Quell, Our southern foods already got too much sodium to kill us. We don't need them fuckers.
They be bitching at us about like Kool-Aid and shit and cut your foot off, and they out here doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Dude,
have
do you know how
sweet
much?
tea.
Do you know how much fucking sweet
Oh my God,
sugars in a
sweet
sweet tea?
tea is
How much
ridiculous
salt is in our?
That's ridiculous. You know what he just said?
How much salt is in our mac and cheese and our collards and all that
Just
shit?
so
Our
you
okra.
know, this one can of Mountain Dew that Chad has, this one can of regular Mountain Dew has 62 grams of sugar, which is 123%.
No.
Yeah,
That's less sugar than a thing of fucking sweet tea.
Let's wait until right now to talk about health concerns when we've been shouting out beer since this thing started. Yeah, let's do
My
that.
problem with the sweet tea is that you go to places and they sell it by the half gallon.
Squad. Shouts out to Piggly Wiggly. Y'all know how we rolling.
Nah, my brother and I, when we partied up in Myrtle Beach,
Trying to fund
we would
the
go
livers that.
we would go to Bojangles.
That's crazy.
We would go to Bojangles, buy those half gallons of sweet tea and mix it with Fireball. We do half and half. We call it Southern Spice. And all we'd be ripping fucking sweet tea and Fireball the whole night when we'd be playing beer pong.
Okay, that sounds.
I shuddered at that, and I'm an alcoholic. I shoot.
It's too much
Jose.
sugar.
I shoot brown Jose straight, like not gold Jose, brown Jose.
Did y'all play beer pong to win though? Because I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. I couldn't
Dude,
do
Jake
all
and
that.
I pretty much
yeah.
jammed it.
I couldn't do all that shit and then try
Shit,
to
that's
win.
some southern shit. It sounds like you you bring it to the clan meeting southern,
We stopped by the local meth lab.
right? Like
before they get
trailer y'all hanging out at. My uncle's, he been away since the warrant's out.
before they get to the order of business, they all right. So before the order of business, we're gonna do a couple
Got
rounds.
some kid hanging out with you with no name.
Jerry's mother made
Four.
Jerry's wife made brownies for all of us.
Ain't even potty trained yet.
Listen,
None of y'all been to school in months.
Sam's wife made us some mac and cheese, but we all know it's the bad type.
You're all
It's not as
already
good.
loafers.
Oh man. Damn.
But yeah, dude, Quell, it has been a fucking pleasure to have you, my man,
You know that,
my
bro.
friend. It's been a pleasure.
No,
crazy.
I'm glad I hit you up and ended up talking about the podcast, learning about the podcast. I'm glad we could, make it happen so short notice, and hopefully I'll have some news maybe next time I come on. I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
I just have a
been
question
cool.
about number 3. Who's Quell?
Yeah, I was also wondering about that. No, Quell, real
Evan.
question.
Oh my
do you
God,
play
Evan.
spades?
You look so different
Do
today.
you play spades?
All right, so listen.
You gotta ask a black man if he plays spades.
No,
I mean-
I got a weird spades, just a history with spades. I didn't know, and then I learned, and then I got really good, and then I forgot. But
What?
Every guy who plays spades.
We're not asking you to teach us spades.
no, but
He's like, I forgot. I ain't teaching.
All
Chad's
I-
looking
no,
for
that's the
partners.
thing.
He got trash.
He's like, I'll play for money, but I ain't know how to teach you.
it was the second I got really established and just didn't. I moved out the hood. I'll just say it.
His power ranking on the porch was way up in the top 5.
dog. I'm trash now, and I ain't been around like the homies and hood folk no more. So I forgot.
Evan used to be really bad at spades, and he went to jail.
Oh
he
shit!
came out dope at spades and basketball because it was county jail.
I can fuck dominoes up though. I can play the shit out. of
Dave
them.
actually got him sent to jail, so blame Dave.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Not
Dave, my bad.
start this rabbit hole.
Chad was black the whole time. This man played dominoes.
Dude, all he wants to do is play dominoes.
He's got that.
Yo, he
Hey,
used to shoot dice with my brother.
nah,
He used to just walk up and throw dollars.
Quell, you figured it out. He's got that vitiligo like Michael Jackson had.
That's what it is. Yo, I'm sorry, my brother.
Real
Shit.
funny.
He been asking for me to come on this shit for the longest.
Yeah, so I used to go to this house on the north side of Syracuse where I would shoot dice, right? And one day I went there one evening to shoot
He's not
dice like I
lying.
normally do, and the house was boarded up and covered in hundreds of bullet holes. I'd never seen those guys again. I don't
It's so
know. I
bad.
don't know what
They
happened to 'em.
probably dead.
David, I like to be hopeful.
Chad has such a carefree attitude about it. He's like, huh? I guess they're not home. I've been knocking for 20
Where did
minutes.
my friends go? Yeah.
JT, you here?
There was police tape up that told me not to enter.
Yeah.
So.
Bro,
Kind of didn't.
AJ, we ain't gonna tell them, but we know they did.
They went to a farm out west. I don't know. They went to Buffalo.
They
went to a farm.
up north.
Yeah, they went down to Dallas. Like, no, they in Miami. They're gonna be back next week. That's my favorite. Like, they're gone.
Oh my god. For sure. No, it was great. It was great.
But
Thank you.
But Quell, like if you ever want to come back here, if you got anything ever to promote, call me. Let me know. And if you guys ever think about doing a podcast, like you and your guys, let me know, and I can help you guys set that shit up. I might as well drop this ad run right here quick. So if you guys are actually, anyone out there who is actually looking to start a podcast, you guys got to check out Buzzsprout.com. Buzzsprout.com. If you guys don't know how a podcast works, you basically upload your podcast, all your audio content to a host server, and that host server distributes it to all the things like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, like all these different places. And Buzzsprout is this hosting site that allows you to do all that. You can set yourself up into your episode up into chapters, where Apple does that. It can provide you your own domain name, your own website, like we have now. It gives you an incentive program where you can actually pick up affiliates really quickly. We actually just got approved for Instacart, so we're going to start doing Instacart ads real quick now, and we'll be picking up a few runs. We have the potential to have ads like Reebok run, which is actually pretty cool. So I'm going to be picking up those in very, really soon. So if you guys are looking to start a podcast, it's free for people who want to have under 2 hours.
Spew your own antiquated and irrelevant ideas into a microphone.
Exactly.
Yell at your phone for an hour. Yeah, Dad. This is why I don't come home for Thanksgiving, Dad.
Oh, that's half of y'all right there.
Yeah, there you go. And you can find all that crazy shit on Buzzsprout.com. And for us, we're on most of our stuff, like all of our social media, is on like Facebook. We're slowly growing Twitter and Instagram out. We upload our stuff to YouTube eventually. Now that we've got video going up, we'll start actually pushing on video more. And Quell, I'll make sure I'll cut like the FGC and the band stuff up, so I can send you those as raw files, and you'll be able to use that for whatever you want to do. And so we'll be able to have some fun with it, man.
Perfectly fine.
But yeah.
You can also Venmo me at AJ1776. I rep every episode. It's not new.
Yeah.
I'm with it, bro. Get your money.
Like it's selfless promotion.
Have you gotten anything?
No. Venmo 1776.
I'll see if Buck Angel can find your
AJ1776. That's it.
Oh my gosh. That's been awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out. You've been awesome.
Who's Quell?
Some dude.
That was awesome.
Y'all did so good. That was fun, yeah. Fun, yeah. Fun, yeah. Fun, yeah. Fun, yeah. Fun, yeah.